Lesson 248. Whatever suffers is not part of me.
Hi there. Have you ever pondered the true nature of suffering? Or considered that various parts of us might not be real, but merely illusions? Let's see what Lesson 248 reveals about these intriguing questions.
Whatever suffers is not part of me. I have disowned the truth. Now let me be as faithful in disowning falsity. Whatever suffers is not part of me. What grieves is not myself. What is in pain is but illusion in my mind. What dies was never living in reality, and did but mock the truth about myself. Now I disown self-concepts and deceits and lies about the Holy Son of God. Now am I ready to accept him back as God created him, and as he is.
Father, my ancient love for you returns, and lets me love your Son again as well. Father, I am as you created me. Now is your love remembered, and my own. Now do I understand that they are one.
Whatever suffers is not part of me.
So, breaking it down. Here's another interesting truth to contemplate. You should already be familiar with the concept that the world we see is an illusion, but have you ever considered that there are parts of us that are illusions as well? Through the experience of living in the physical world and identifying with our ego, we've forgotten or disowned the truth of who we really are. An extension of God's love. Let's disown now the illusion instead.
Whatever suffers is not part of me.
The parts of us that grieve, that suffer, or that feel pain are just illusions in our minds. When we suffer, we see something that is not there, with a part of us that isn't real.
Lesson 6. I am upset because I see something that is not there.
Hurt, sadness, suffering, and pain are just tricks our mind plays. This is not the deepest truth about us. Our divine nature cannot suffer and cannot even die. What seems to die was never truly there to begin with. It was simply an illusion presenting itself as truth. Now it's time for us to let go of false ideas and illusions about who we truly are. That doesn't mean denying our emotions. Emotions might need to be lived through and let go. But now it's time to accept the truth of who we are, as God created us, unchanging and eternally the same. We can acknowledge and honor the human experience, in joy as well as in suffering, but let's recognize once and for all that our deepest truth is another one. We are and still are as God created us.
Lessons 94, 110 and 162. I am as God created me.
As we accept and embrace this understanding, the love which is what we are, can flow back within ourselves.
Lesson 229. Love, which created me, is what I am.
And so we can remember the love of God and the love within ourselves. And we can see that they are one and the same.
Whatever suffers is not part of me.
Whatever suffers is not part of me.
Whatever suffers is not part of me.
Isn't that enlightening? Isn't it profound to realize that our suffering and pain aren't truly part of our core being? Will we be able to profoundly accept the truth that we are love and our love is the love of God? Remember to keep practicing in the morning and evening as we've been doing, and take a few moments every hour and whenever you feel tempted to remind yourself of today's idea.
Whatever suffers is not part of me.
You're on the right path and doing fantastic. See you tomorrow for another powerful lesson. Just a heads up, we're navigating through the section called What is the World? If you missed the introduction to this section, keep an eye out for the video link that'll show up on your screen shortly.
If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a like and leave a comment. Thanks. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. There's a new lesson every day.